Well, hello, welcome. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see y'all. All right, give me a second. Let me turn this music down a teeny tiny bit. Okay. Yay! Welcome, welcome. I hope y'all are having a good, almost end of the week. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. Everyone hear me okay? Let me know. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Ultracell. I appreciate it. Mochi, it's okay. It's okay, Mochi. Yay, awesome. Woohoo. All right. So, yeah, last time we finished our first playthrough. Ooh, Mochi. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm going to let Mochi out of the room so she can go terrorize the living room. 1 second. Surprise! I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, she ran out, darted out. Okay, yeah, so last time we finished a playthrough for one of the boyfriendos in this game. There's a lot. I think there's 9 boyfriendos in this game. So I don't know that we'll do all of them. TBD. I mean, but the first playthrough went really well. I think that it had a really interesting story. I liked it a lot. So yeah. So yeah, let me see. Trying to decide. We can figure out which boyfriendo to pick. I think I'm leaning a certain way. I'm between two. So here, let me get my gaming rig up. Okay. So, just so that I can like put the boyfriendos up. But there's 2 that I'm between right now. So I have, let's see, here's my boyfriendos folder. Okay, so there's this guy who we never met in the story, which is kind of crazy. Most of these games, they have a pretty good, a similar formula. Basically, there's a prologue chapter where you meet everybody, in passing in some way. And then later on, you make decisions so that you can, have boyfriendos, right? So that's usually how they do it. But, this game was a little bit different. It went for a very long time that it's like, do I have boyfriend choices here? So, and like I said, we never met this guy at all. So I'm very curious about his storyline. Alternatively, one of the people that we met very early on, which I think would have been immediately available to pursue, was this guy. He is the yandere of this game. So I'm very curious. I do like his concept a lot. I like his voice actor a lot, or his voice work, and yeah. So TBD. I mean, I feel like I should space him out though. But yeah, I think that's what we're working towards. But this is who we did last time. This is Kureha, and it was a very I want to say it's a sweet story, and there are parts of it that are sweet, but it's actually kind of tragic. And I think that's the thing to remember about this game is everybody's dead, except me. So far, TBD. Carrie, hello. Oh, no problem. I appreciate you popping in. And yeah, if you need it in the background while you work on the things you want to work on, no problem. Appreciate it. I was just cycling through which boyfriendo route I'm gonna go down today. So, because we finished our first one and it went well. So, all right, let's get this all teed up. All right. From the start. I guess I gotta. Let's see. I'll probably. You'll see what my options are. Okay. From the start. Here we go. Oh, let me turn this music off. Stop. Here we go. Okay. Hey, you've heard the stories, right?
カランカランと音色を立てて落としてなくした自分を求めて血の色に満ちた校舎の中をいつ果てるともなくさまよい歩く刀を携えた殺人鬼カラカラさんの話を
Hmm. Well, actually, give me a second. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought I had more than one choice here, but that's fine.
この成見ヶ浜高校に古くから伝わる有名な七不思議校舎のすべての窓に夕日が差す黄昏時女子生徒が一人で校舎に残っているとどこからか聞こえてくるんだってカラカラカラカラカラカラと刀を引きずりながらさまよい歩く音がでもねその音が聞こえてきたら決して振り向いちゃいけないの
Why?
もしも一度でも振り向いてしまったらカラカラさんはこう尋ねてくる
俺は何をした？
Woohoo!
答えられなかったり間違った答えを返したりしたら手に持った刀を振るって綺麗な紅の花を咲かせるんだって
Ooh, it's actually kind of fun. Yeah, like I do like being able to replay this story, just to kind of see what happens. Ooh, I'm gonna turn this down because it's gonna blow up in y'all's ear. Here we go. It's always too loud. Wee! Opening intro. Okay. As the setting sun cast a yellow glow over the classroom, a deathly silence fell upon us. We were the only two left there. From the field outside, the shouts of the soccer team drifted in, faint as they echoed to our ears. My best friend, Sayaka Hira, with eyes gleaming, leaned forward over her desk.
怖いでしょ？怖いよね。
Yeah, a little bit, I guess. If he's asking, what have I done, do you think that means he has amnesia?
そう言われてるんだけど、どうして記憶がないのかは語られないところなんだよね。ホラー話あるあるで考察して楽しむってわけ。ね、あなたならどう考える？
Spoiler. Answer. We know it's because he just to block out like tragedy. Actually, his sister asked to wipe that from his memory so that he would not suffer. So I don't know. I just feel bad for him. I mean, since he died, he's been wandering, searching for his memories. It's sad.
でも殺人鬼だよ。
Well, yeah, when you put it that way. You said it's one of the school's 7 wonders, but it doesn't really have anything to do with the school.
それには諸説あるんだよね。警察に追われていた連続殺人鬼が学校に逃げ込んだとか。
Her arms waved passionately as she spoke. I couldn't help but smile at her enthusiasm. I'd been friends with Sayaka for longer than I could remember. I just can't keep up with how much she's into all this occult stuff. 1 second. Okay, so sorry about that. Had a mochi moment, so she's just acting up a little bit right now, but she's okay. She's okay. All right. I just can't keep up with how much she's into all this occult stuff.
またそんな呆れた顔してる。少しは信じてくれてもいいのに。
Sorry. I guess I'm just preoccupied right now. Sayaka huffed and pouted her cheeks. I usually did a better job of playing along, but today... I pulled out the survey from inside my desk and Sayaka's eyes gleamed with surprise.
まだ出してなかったんだ。提出は来週までだから時間はあるけど、何かあったの？
I just need a little more time to think.
考えたいって、聖銀大学が第一希望じゃないの？
It was, but I don't know. I'm just not sure anymore. At least, that's how I feel now.
だってあなたのお母さん進学は聖銀大学だっていつも言ってたし、あなたもそれに賛成してたじゃない。
Well, yeah, I guess, but...
じゃあ、あなたの希望はどこの学校なの？
It was September of my second year in high school. A time when all students look forward to their future. And my future stared blankly back at me. A blank sheet, void of any direction. What can I do? What do I want to do? I still had no answers to these questions.
ねえ、大丈夫？
Sorry, just got lost in thought. I could at least write my name on the paper. That's me. I'm gonna use the same name as last time. Lolli. Lolli Ishiki. Yeesh, I can't change the last name, or else I'd pick Ppoppo. So, when I finished writing my name, I let out a small sigh. Only my name. Everything else was blank. My mom's been trying to get me to go to medical school at Sagan University for a while now, but I had no desire to do so, so much so that it became uncomfortable to talk with her these days. And so, I merely stared at the blank paper.
まずい。私今日塾だった。
Sounds like you gotta go. I'll clean up and head out too.
一緒に帰る約束だったのにごめんね。お詫びに明日は引きずり鏡の話語ってあげるから楽しみにしてて。
No, you really don't have to do that.
それじゃまた明日。あ、もしカラカラって音がしても絶対振り向いちゃダメだからね。刀を持った血まみれの男に注意。
She said in a cheerful voice. As full of life as ever. I couldn't help but laugh as Sayaka dashed off in a hurry and placed the blank paper in my bag. Did I forget anything? I double-checked inside my desk and left. Whoa. Staring out in the scene in front of me, I involuntarily let out a gasp. The walls, the floor, the ceiling. The whole hall was bathed in an eerie golden glow. It looked so different than usual.
校舎のすべての窓に夕日が差す黄昏時。女子生徒が一人で校舎に残っていると、どこからか聞こえてくるんだって。
A shiver ran down my spine. This is all thanks to Sayaka's stupid story. I shook my head to compose myself and began to walk forward slowly. Hmm? I tried to move, but my legs froze. When I left the classroom, I was certain there was no one else in the halls. Or at least that's what I thought. But I was sure I felt a faint sigh brush past my ear and a cold chill envelop my body. Someone was with me. Someone behind me. I was convinced with every fiber of my being. No, I can't turn around. If what Sayaka said is true, and I turn around now... I remained frozen for what felt like an eternity. I felt a faint breath caress my cheek, and then, as though it were all a dream, it was gone. Fearfully, I turned around to see... nothing. There was nobody there. No creepy ghosts, no sword-wielding killers. And at the same time, the golden twilight had faded, casting the halls into spreading darkness. I guess it was my imagination? The words slipped out unintentionally. But what if there was a reply from the shadows? The thought filled me with unease. I need to head home. With my heart racing, I hurried out as fast as my legs would carry me. Woo! Right. Let me think about this. I'm trying to determine... Okay, so here's the dilemma I'm having. So there's two pathways that I'm considering going. I mentioned earlier. There's two boyfriendos. One of them's at the school, so we're going to see a lot of the same things. So I could just like flash past all the things that we've seen before. It was nice having this little refresher, though. It's definitely different going through the game again, knowing what we know now. I could go that route, or if I go the other boyfriendo route, like that should be like pretty new stuff out the gate. Ugh, it's tough. It's tough. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna do the You know, like they do at the eye doctor, where it's like camera one, or yeah, number one, number two, number one, number two. So here's number one, number one, number two. Let me see. It's tough. It's tough. Boyfriendos are tough, man. Okay. I guess it's. Sorry. I'm being indecisive. I should have come in with a better game plan than this. Let's see. If I follow my heart, I think I'll go for this one. I'm gonna go for this one. So, yeah. So we're gonna skip through the parts that we've already seen before. Jump to the unread text or location where user input is needed. Yes. Let's go. Okay. And so I made up my mind to, okay, last time I talked with my sister for advice. Looks like this time if I want to get this Yandere guy, I'll do the same thing. So here we go. Okay. Boop. Done. All right, moving on. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, so we've encountered Kureha in the hallway, our red boyfriendo from previously. So I'll say, yeah, we've already used this answer, but it's still the same pathway if we're going to do the Hibiki storyline. So, all right, jump. Okay, here we go. Here's where we meet him for the first time. So I need to pull away. I will not pull away. That's what we did last time. Okay. And then I think once we get past this chapter, we'll be fine. All right, she grabbed my shoulders and was about to force me down on the bed. Okay. She's a good guy, don't worry. Spoiler alert. Daughter of the madman who was murdering in this house. So, skip. Okay. We'll just get to the new parts. All right. Okay, we meet one of the other potential boyfriendos down the line. He's the guardian of hell. Or caretaker of hell. Something like that. Sorry for the speed run. I want to get to the new parts. Right, because that's, yeah. And once we get to, new parts, then I will not be skipping around. All right. We're on chapter 2. Being dragged into the mirror. Okay. All right, that's the only choice. Bloop. I promise to do my best. Bloop. All right. Ghost in the mirror, please come out. Okay, I think this is where it starts diverging. So we're already in chapter 2. All right, let's go. Let's go. Please come out. I wish to speak. I need your help. You're my only hope. Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. All right, I'm going to move closer to the mirror. All right. I trust him. Green Yoshi, hello. Hello. How's it going? Oh, you're late, but I'm speed running through the parts. I'm speed running through the parts, but I gotta say, okay. You know what? Actually, before I get too deep, I think I know your answer, but I was having a dilemma between like, like camera 1, camera 2. so I was speed running. Yeah, you were with the boys. I get it. I hear ya. Yeah, got to get all that quality time in. I hear ya. So, I think your vote's going to be Monster Energy. So all right. Let me see. Give me a second then I need to go back. But I'll speed run through the parts. Let me see, what can I do? Oh, not that. Boop. Not that. Okay. Let me see. Let me load. It'd have to be pretty early on. Like page 1. Let's see. Actually, title. Yes. Okay. We're gonna start. Yeah, we'll do the Monster Energy route then. So I'll just do what I did. I'm gonna speed run through the parts that I know. So give it a sec. All right. Let's go. So apparently, yeah, even though we never saw him, there's like a branching path pretty early on that instead of like talking to our sister about our like career survey and our like life, we just had to go to the library instead of talk to her. I was like, okay, my bad. All right, but like I said, I'll speed run to the parts. And honestly, like once we do this part, I think everything will be pretty brand new. So all right, let's jump. Okay, so yep, that's my name. Lolli Ishiki. Jump. Okay. All right. Okay, so last, like for both Kureha, which is our red boyfriendo, and Hibiki, our yandere boyfriend, the top choice is talk with my sister Tsubasa, which is what we did last time. But now we're going to check some materials in the library, apparently. That's how we're going to get this guy. Let's go. Okay, everything should be brand new from here on out. So maybe something here could spark my interest or guide me in where I'm supposed to go. I went to the library to look for information on various colleges and careers. There were school and company pamphlets everywhere. This wasn't my first time coming here. I'd come here many times with the same goal. I know that if I had some idea of what I want to do, it would be easier to convince my mom to let me choose a different path in life. As these thoughts ran through my head, I rifled through the various college pamphlets. At the table next to me, a group of girls were looking through a magazine excitedly. She sure seemed excited. So Sena is actually a playable, or like a love interest route as well, a separate one. So this is the first we're seeing of him as well. I craned my neck and turned to glance over at the two girls at the table. There was a picture of an idol giving his fans a faint smile. I think I've seen that guy before. He was a pretty famous idol, right? Oh, that's Sena. I remember him. Actually, I didn't know all that much about idols. He got very sick and didn't recover. He ultimately died of his illness. I remember when he died. Even the broadcast stations made a really big deal about it. His funeral was packed with fans. I think someone even tried to commit suicide after.
悲劇の天才か。デビューしてからまだ数年だったし、ほんと残念だよね。
Oh, that's sad. A national idol who passed away due to illness. It made major headlines and social media was filled with comments mourning his passing.
でも、会えるみたいなんだよね。幽霊のセナに。ほら、これ見て。
The girl turned to show her friend her phone. No matter how I strained my eyes, I couldn't read the words on the
こ
screen.
れ、都市伝説のサイト？へえ、成見ヶ浜の都市伝説か。こんなサイトあるんだね。見るところ違うって。ほら、この書き込み見て。星を眺める青年。海浜公園に行ったらSクラウンのセナに会えた？うわ、嘘くさい。海浜公園限定ってのが意味わからないし、セナにゆかりがある場所なの？
Beachfront Park? That's super close, right? A popular attraction spot of Naribakahama. You can enjoy the night view from the ocean. The park is big and clean. It's rumored that Sina died here.
それがね、セナって最後海浜公園の中にある芝生広場で倒れてたらしいよ。仰向けになった状態で発見されて、まるで夜空を見上げているみたいに見えたって噂があるの。
I had no idea that he died at the park. Actually, that sounds more like a rumor than anything else. But if it were true, I couldn't help but wonder why he died there.
この都市伝説、ファンの間ではかなり有名なんだよ。幽霊でも会いたいっていう人が。
Boy gazing at the stars, one of Naremagahama's urban legends, a rumor that you could supposedly see Sina in ghost form if you visit Beachfront Park. You can supposedly find some of his fans there still. I couldn't help but be captivated by the story.
上の空って感じだね。
Before I realized it, Sayaka appeared. She stared at me with a smile on her face. Ah! I got distracted again. In the end, I wasn't able to come up with any ideas for my future. How pathetic.
少し気になっちゃって様子を見に来たらサボってるんだもんな。
I got so distracted by their story, I couldn't concentrate.
そうだと思ったよ。あなたの視線、チラチラそっちを見てたもん。でも、セナのファンだったっけ？
Okay, it's Senna. I kept going back and forth between Senna and John Cena. Senna. Okay, I like that better. Well, I'm not really. It's just interesting to hear about local urban legends. Urban ones, not herbal ones. Sayaka's eyes gleamed with excitement. Now I've done it.
それなら最近、結構熱い都市伝説があるよ。
There's literally no stopping her now. So I simply let her continue with her story. Oh, we're such an indulgent friend.
幸せのメリーさんの噂が出回ったんだ。もちろん、この町の都市伝説だよ。
Mary, Mary. Mary, Mary? Wasn't there a scary story about someone named Mary? You get a call and it says something like, I'm Mary and I'm near your house. And then she keeps calling and getting closer, right?
それが代表的なメリーさん。電話がキーアイテムになってるのは同じなんだけど、この町のメリーさんは死者の言葉を届けてくれるっていう噂なんだ。
That sounds pretty scary, right?
それじゃあ大切な人からの言葉だったらどう？
Someone Important? I immediately thought of my father. I could only vaguely remember him, and I couldn't count the number of times I wanted to talk to him.
幸せのメリーさんが届けてくれるのは今は亡き大切な人からのメッセージ。
So there are heartwarming urban legends too? I wouldn't mind meeting with this Mary Mary. One of Narimikahama's urban legends. Unlike the scary urban legend famous elsewhere, this version involves a way for people to communicate with loved ones who've passed away through a magical phone. It's a very heartwarming story. Oh, let me make a little side note right here. So there's actually a really awesome, I guess it's a documentary about a phone booth in Japan that is kind of it's actually a really, really sweet and sad and thoughtful documentary. But basically, there's like this kind of isolated phone booth in the middle of nowhere in Japan, and a lot of people make like pilgrimage to go to this phone booth because they're, you know, allegedly it's a way for you to kind of express, like, you know, it's an outbound call only, so like you kind of get to express through the phone booth like what you would like to say. And yeah, like I said, it's really, it's, you know, it's got very sweet parts. It's got some very sad parts, you know, because like you know, it follows a lot of different people who are like trying to go there, and you know who they're trying to find. And oh, I'm trying not to get teary about it, but it's really, really good. So yeah, I'll have to look it up. I'll try and find it. But yeah, it was like, it was really profound too, like beyond just being like sad or, you know, happy. And like I also felt like, you know, it was very cathartic for a lot of the people who were like going on that, you know, adventure. And really, even if it was the case that nobody's on the other side, like they got, you know, they got something out of it by getting to kind of, you know, get some things off their chest and, you know, that kind of stuff. So it was, yeah, it was really, really good. Yes, Green Yoshi, I will look for it and then I'll share. Oh. But yeah, that's nice. That's nice when there's good urban legends and not just like, oh, and if you goof, then they murder you. It's like, okay.
そろそろ帰ろう。あ、帰りがけにさ、駅前にある喫茶店でパフェ食べない？
Parfait!
それ食べたら晩ご飯が入らないって。
I was quickly jolted back to reality as I watched the two students from before get ready to leave. I looked at my watch. It was indeed getting late. I dejectedly shrugged my shoulders and decided to head home with Sayaka. Ugh, in the end, I didn't decide anything.
もういっそのことさ、私と同じ聖銀大学にしちゃいなよ。
I guess that's the only choice left.
本当に？
Her voice suddenly got very loud and excited, and I couldn't help but stop in my tracks.
ねえ、聖銀大学にするって本当？
I honestly didn't expect that reaction from her. The truth is, I was only joking, but... Sorry, I was just kidding about that. I thought if I honestly told her that, I might be able to get away with it. But Sayaka's demeanor changed immediately.
冗談。
Oh,
なん
our
か
poor bestie. Oh, she wants to go to the same school as us. I know. Green Yoshi. Yeah, I know. What are we doing? Main character, what are we doing? That was rude. She looked as though she was going to cry, and I immediately felt terrible. Sorry, I shouldn't have. Yeah, hashtag bad friend. Hashtag do better. Come on.
大丈夫だよ。冗談って分か
Oh
って
my
たし。
gosh. Give her a hug. Give your friend a hug, please. In spite of the smile on her face, her eyes were still wet with tears. It's not okay. I can tell just by looking at you. In an attempt to hide the tears streaming down her face, Sayaka turned her back to me.
私用事があったんだった。先に帰ってて。
No! Stop your friend! Tell her you love her? Tell her you don't want to be without her. Go to her school. Without waiting for my reply, she ran off. Oh. Yikes. Oh. No, we're going to see the friend's perspective. This didn't happen last game. I ran back to the empty library and slumped down into a chair. Yeah. Yeah, like some of these games, the female friendships are just kind of a secondary plot line, right? Oh, we're so mean. What was I thinking, crying in front of Lolli like that? But I simply couldn't handle it anymore. Why didn't Lolli tell me she didn't want to go to Sagan University with me before? That hurt more than anything.
やだ。あの子がいないとまた一人になっちゃう。
No! We need to get her a ghost boyfriend too. That's what a good friend would do. I stood up uneasily, and my cell phone fell to the floor with a clunk. As I stared blankly down at the screen, a thought came to me. That's right. The spell I'd seen on social media. Yeah, she can have monster energy. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. She's super duper into the occult. Maybe she'd be into yandere boyfriend. She can have him. She can have her pick. Whatever. She wouldn't go for red guy. We'll take him. Yeah. Aw, poor girl. All right, she's going to do a spell she found on social media. That one would work. I quickly searched the internet for the spell and took the necessary items out of my bag. She's a witch! Paper and a blood red pen. I'm going to make her love me.
アイコは髪をちぎって。
As I checked the final step, my head filled with a mix of frustration and anxiety. Is this really the right thing to do? But if I don't do it, I'll lose my best friend. Or, don't go to that school if you didn't want to go to that school. If she only picked that school to be with us, she can just go to any other school, right? The next day, Sayaka was absent from school. Aww. Maybe because of what happened yesterday? I took my smartphone out of my pocket and opened up the message app. She still hasn't read it. After the incident, I had sent Sayaka a message, but she hadn't responded yet. I bet even if I call her, she won't pick up. With a sigh, I opened my bag and took out the blank career path survey that had been causing me so much trouble. All I'd managed to write was my name and class. If I were to go to Sagan University, it would make Sayaka happy. It would make my mom happy too. For now, I decided to visit Sayaka's place after school. Is she gonna murder us? Is that what's gonna happen? Before I knew it, the final bell had rung, and school was out for the day. Getting ready to head home, I took my books out of my desk and found the blank sheet of paper where I was supposed to write about my future. Maybe I should write Sagan University and just be done with it. As the thought entered my mind, I felt a sharp ringing in my ear.
探しましょう。
Oh? Huh? I quickly looked around the classroom, but there was no one else there. There's nobody here. Where had everybody gone? There were so many people here just a little while ago. So many strange things had been happening to me. I felt dazed and my muscles felt cold. Maybe I should go see a doctor or something.
探しましょう。あなたの道を。
This time, I heard it clear as day. There it is again. That voice. Who are you? I called out to the empty room.
僕はあなたを闇へ誘うもの。
What was that?
これから先は困難しかありません。でもどうか諦めないで。
Okay.
前を向ければ必ず見つかります。
Wonder whose voice this is. I think it's the cat-eared
あ
guy.
なただけの道が。
We haven't met him yet either. The moment the voice stopped, my eyes got all blurry and my head shook. Then, all at once, my world went dark. I put my elbows on the desk and laid my head down. Then, the career path survey. It was torn to shreds. What? It wasn't finely cut with scissors, but it appeared to be ripped into numerous pieces. The sound of my phone jolted me up. I thought I had it on silent. I quickly took out my phone and then... Huh? What's this? Is it broken? I could tell the call was coming from Sayaka, but the strange look of the screen made me tremble with fear. Hello? The strange noise emanating from the phone caused me to pull the phone away from my ear. No way. Is the battery dead? I just charged it this morning. That's my dilemma all the time. I know them feels. I tried fiddling with it, but the screen never came back on. It appeared completely broken. It must be some kind of malfunction, right? Still, because of the strange look of the phone earlier, I couldn't help but think something strange was going on. First, I should head to Sayaka's house. Then, as I was leaving, I noticed something else. The string holding the charm attached to my bag was cut, and the charm had fallen to the floor. That's very odd timing. It's probably not good to leave it like this. I should return it to the shrine. Okay. So, about shrines. I've bought charms from shrines before, and I've been told that you are supposed to, bring the charm back, so you can, exchange it, buy a new one, basically. Recharge it, re-up on your charms. I think it's a way for them to get you to come back again. It's like, this only lasts for a year, so... All right. Something happened before, didn't it? The voice, the image of the shredded... the voice, the image of the shredded survey. No matter how much I try to rationalize it, that simply wasn't normal. I couldn't just throw the survey away. I'd written my name on it, and anyone could see whose it was. The ripped pieces were large, and someone wouldn't even need to put them together to see my name on them. No way I could throw it away in a school garbage can, that's for sure. I'd have to deal with it when I got home, but I worried my mom would find it. For now, I'll just have to wrap it in something and hide it in the back of my closet. As I thought about that, I felt something drop at my feet, and I stopped. It was a piece of the career path survey with my name written on it in my own handwriting. I had just finished stuffing that paper into my bag. No way! What is this? I quickly turned to check inside my bag, but found the zipper was closed. Something about all this is really strange. Odd as it was, I couldn't simply leave it there, but as I got down to pick it up, it was swept up by the wind and flew away. It flew towards the street, and I stopped myself before stepping into the street. Or at least I thought I did. Ooh, are we about to get truck-cooned? Ooh. Ooh. Oh no! The end. Oh my gosh, we did get hit. What the heck? I talked it up. I talked it up. You're right, Green Yoshi. What did I do? I inadvertently did this to us. The flashing red lights, the sound of voices, the noise, all of it faded into darkness. A darkness washed its way across my vision. Make me a zombie idol. I've seen that. Yeah. Yeah. Or I just get isekai'd into some like video game world where like I know all the things, hopefully. And soon I couldn't hear anything at all. Who? Who was that? Right, who we gonna see? Monster Energy, let's go! Let's go! Okay, let's give it a good save. We're gonna continue, but like good game hygiene, we gotta save. It would be the right thing to do. Alright. Okay. Alright. Fear sunk its icy talons into my heart, and I leapt out of bed. As I breathed in and out violently, I was greeted by the sound of a singing sparrow and the sight of a familiar ceiling. My favorite rug that my sister gave me 1 year for my birthday. I was back in my normal room. Huh? What a terrible nightmare. Just thinking back on it filled me with dread. But when did I come home? I couldn't remember anything from the previous day. Let's see. I went to class, and after school, what did I do? As I thought, I looked absent-mindedly at the clock on the wall. What? It's already after 8 o'clock? Mom, sis, why didn't you guys wake me up? No, it was my fault for coming home and falling asleep right away. I didn't even change my clothes. I ran down to the living room and found it quiet and completely empty. Ah, they must have gone to work early. Right, my bag. I searched for my bag, which wasn't in my bedroom. I checked the living room as well, even though I never left my bag in there. Unable to find it, I went back to my room to look for it there. Why now of all times? I then stopped my way back to the first floor. I opened the front door. That voice? Was that Sayaka? I was a little scared when I first heard the door open, but I was relieved that Sayaka was there. Still, it's a little weird that the door was left unlocked. As I contemplated all of this, I rushed down to the first floor to see Sayaka waiting for me. Morning! I slept in late today, though I guess you did too, huh? Anyway, I can't find my bag, so I can't quite leave yet. Sayaka stared silently back at me, a terribly sad look on her face. That's right, I haven't apologized to Sayaka yet. I couldn't remember what happened yesterday, but I made her cry the day before. Sayaka. Oh. We spoke at nearly the same time. Sayaka, why are you sorry? Am I dead? Wait a second. Why are you apologizing to everyone? Oh, I'm dead. I did die. Then, after bowing deeply, she ran. Sayaka? Without replying, Sayaka fled, nearly slamming the door in my face, but I barely slipped through. Sayaka just kept running, and I sped off after her. But Sayaka has always been faster than me, and in the end, I couldn't catch her. Ah! I tripped and fell hard on the ground. Ouch! Just my luck. It was impossible to reach her now, but I assumed she was going to school. Slowly, I stood up. Thankfully, my fall wasn't too bad. I didn't even scrape my knee. If dead, why hurt? Yeah, we got some questions. Who do we speak to about this? I dusted off my uniform, let out a sigh, and started to walk. Still, my mind raced with what could have caused Sayaka to act like that? After seeing Sayaka run off into the distance, I decided to head to school and only realized when I got there that I'd forgotten my bag. I felt so stupid having come the whole way. Well, I'm already here. I might as well just head inside. I can just tell the teacher. Still, what kind of high school student forgets their bag? The door was left open, and I decided to peek inside before entering. It was the middle of our morning homeroom meeting.
みんな、落ち着いて聞いてくれ。
My teacher began the announcements as usual. I'll head inside once he finishes up. Not wanting to interrupt, I waited just outside the door, listening to the announcements.
知っている人もいるかもしれないが、昨日、つくも神社前にある交差点で交通事故があった。
A shrine that existed before the protagonist was born, known to foster romance and prosperity in business. Yeah, there's a lot of different, shrine specialties. Like, there's certain shrines that it's like, if you're about to get married, you want to get a charm from there. If you're, trying to, have a baby, there's certain shrines that you want their charms in particular. You gotta catch them all. They've got a lot of charms, very specific charms. It's safety in traffic is one of the one of the charms I saw. Yeah, it's pretty. Shrine on. Gotta catch 'em all. Shrine on. I like that. That's always what I ask for whenever people are like, I'm going to Japan. Do you want anything? It's like, one, I want everything. But two, if I'm not going to ask you to bring me anything except for a charm. That's all I want. I need all the luck, okay? I have a lot, but I want to keep having it all. So. So there was an accident.
事故に遭ったのはうちのクラスの一式だ。
What?
一色さん、道路に飛び出したらしいよ。
急いでたとかかな。
どうだろう。自殺。
Wait.
そういうのやめな。最低だよ。
What's going on?
誰か見た人いないの？あの辺通学路の人いるでしょ？
But I'm right here.
ああ、俺部活帰りに現場見たぜ。規制線張られてていっぱい警察がいた。何かの事故かなって思ったんだけど、一式だったとかマジかよ。
But I woke up normally today. I came to school like I always do. Like always, right?
みんな静かに。勝手な憶測で話すのはやめなさい。 不安な気持ちはわかるが、妙な噂を広げないように。以上だ。
One second. I'm gonna grab my water over here. Yoink. Okay. With that, the teacher turned toward me and proceeded to walk directly through me. Ah! No, this has to be some kind of joke. At least that's what I thought, but the teacher had actually walked right through me. So I'm a ghost? No, I don't believe it. I mean, I don't remember dying. I held my trembling hands up to the wall. But as I pushed forward, instead of lying flat against the wall, my hands fell through it. I'm really dead. I couldn't understand because everything seemed so normal. Oh, but this is the playthrough. We could have a ghost boyfriend, and we don't have to worry about not being reunited. I couldn't remember what happened after that. But I knew I wanted to get away from the rumors my fellow students were whispering about me. I wandered aimlessly around the school until I lost my footing, tripped, and fell. Surrounded by perverts, hello! Have fun at your karate class. I appreciate you popping in. Hello. Have fun. Karate. Yeah, punch those boards, kick those kicks. You can do it. It was the second time that day. Oh. How stupid. The only reason I thought it hurt before was because I thought I was alive. In truth, when I fell again, I felt nothing. Ah, so was the answer, Green Yoshi. If dead, why hurt? Brain. Brain perception. I'm so stupid. Tears began streaming down my face. Why did I go running into the street like that? Not only could I not remember, I struggled to remember anything that happened after school. Why? Why would I jump into the road? Not knowing why I did it, I couldn't even regret my actions. All I could do was lay on the floor and cry as the feet of my fellow students trampled all over me.
いくら幽霊だからってその格好は大胆すぎでしょ
In the muffled voices of the crowd, I heard the word ghost. I looked up towards the source. Ooh,
うあんた
ooh.
新米の幽霊でしょ大丈夫
Woo! Here we go! Green monster energy! Ooh, ooh! Is he talking to me? Having been ignored by everyone until now, I almost couldn't believe he was talking to me.
ねえ大丈夫なの
No! Clearly no! I looked around in disbelief, but it really did seem as though he was talking to me.
さ聞こえてんでしょ大丈夫なのかって聞いてんだけど
Oh, he's sassy! He's a delinquent! He's a punk! Yeah, I can hear you.
そうよかった返事ないから生きてる側に話しかけちゃったかと思ったわてかあんたここの制服着てっから紛らわしい
What do you mean
この
by
時間
that?
にこの学校でその制服
Finally, I realized what he was talking about. He must mean it was hard to spot me among the other living students. Based on his looks, I wouldn't have been able to tell he was a ghost if he hadn't already told me. Or maybe he's some kind of medium or something? So, you're a ghost too?
そうじゃなかったらあんたに話しかけられてない
Yeah, I guess so. I was quite relieved, as foolish as that may have been.
そろそろカウントダウンするけどいい？
Huh?
5、4、3、2、1。
Is he gonna pants me? Is he gonna haze me? Not knowing what he was planning, I instinctively pulled my hand away from him.
さっさと手を取らないあんたが悪い。
Oh, did he mean he was going to help me up? Then he quickly pulled me up.
お前の優しさは期限付きなのか？待ってあげればいいだろう。
Oh, our other boyfriend. Can we just switch paths again? Just kidding. Let's go back down red path again, okay? All paths lead to red. The person who appeared next left me speechless. Yeah. We're not cheating. It's, yeah, different timelines. There was a large amount of blood on his stomach. He wore very old-style clothing, as well as a sword around his waist.
刀を持った血まみれの男に注意。
Was that Karakara?
ん？そんな顔をしてどうし？
I screamed at his outstretched hand and inadvertently jumped back.
そういう反応は傷つくのだが。
でも慣れてるでしょ。あんたの見た目って幽霊からしてもインパクトでかすぎるし。それにこの人ド新人なんだから生きていた時の感覚抜けてないって。
He appeared totally calm, but Karakara's face remained hurt. I'm terribly sorry. Your look is just not like anything I've ever seen before.
いいんだ。気にしないでくれ。紅葉が言ったように慣れている。
Oh, it's very mature. He is very pale. Yeah, that's true. I mean, a big gaping bleeding spot too. Yeah. Has he always been? I think so. I think so. In spite of his words, I mean, let's see. Hold up. We can see real quick. Yeah, that looks like the same tone. Yeah, that checks out. Yep. In spite of his words, he smiled sadly back at me. That wasn't very nice of me. Anyway, while I was happy to meet new people, I had no intention of sticking around. Well, if you'll excuse me.
また悲しみに暮れるつもり？
I don't see how that's any of your business. Happy as I was that he had come to talk to me, I didn't like how casually he spoke to me. As I was about to walk away, the guy called Koyo grabbed me forcefully by the arm. Excuse you?
クレハさんに世話かけられないし、俺がこの子預かるわ。うつしおのこととか教えてやらないとね。
You can leave me with Kureha. It's fine. Huh? It seemed that Karakara's real name was Kureha. He nodded along with Koyo's words. Yeah, you can.
お前が適任だろうな。優しくしてあげろ。さっきのようなことはしてやるな。
Kureha, you're a bad guy for leaving me with him. If you know that you are a trustworthy guy, which you are, you would not leave me with this delinquent.
はいはい。
If you have to tell somebody to not be rough with a girl, like, that's a bad sign. I don't like it. Oh, I don't know about this path. Alright. Koyo waved his hand dismissively and began walking, pulling me by the arm. I'm fine, really. Now let me go.
大の字で寝転んで大泣きしてたのに？
I mean, let me feel my feels, man. Ugh. I hated that I had no comeback to that. But maybe this is just his way of saying that he's worried about me.
それにしてもいい拾い物した。
I don't like that. Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
あんたを拾えてラッキーってこと。
I tried to shake free from his grasp, but I found I was unable to do so. In the end, he ended up practically dragging me along with him. We stopped in front of a busy commuter station. No matter how much I yelled for him to let go of my arm, none of the people around us noticed. I gave up and sat down on a bench next to him.
気が済んだ。
I'd rather just say I'm taking a break. I like that response.
幽霊なのに疲れるとか珍しい。まあ、精神的に疲れることはあるけど。
Emotional?
さっきあんたがしてたこと、現状に嘆き悲しむ。
Bro, I just got here, okay? I just got to the land of the dead. Like, give me a moment. Oh.
まあ、死んだばかりなら仕方ないし、思い切り泣けばいいけど。
He's gonna gojo me. Are you crying?
あんまり思い詰めたりしない方がいい。心が病むと、いくら幽霊でも支障をきたす。
Yeah, don't dwell on this literal life-changing event. Don't worry about it. I mean, I guess. I don't really get what you mean. What's so bad about a ghost being upset? He paused a bit before speaking.
悪霊と化す。
Oh shit, that's right. Oh yeah! His answer was short, but something about it filled me with terror. I didn't totally understand what he was talking about, but I somehow knew that it was something to be feared.
だから気をつけて。心配事とかあるなら誰でもいいから吐き出して。幸いあんたには俺はさっき学校で会ったクレハさんがいる。話したいときは聞いてやれる。
Okay, that's sweet. At first he was like, you should talk to somebody about it. And I was like, who? But that's nice. He offered up himself.
それだけ忘れないで。
Finally, I began to understand why he was acting so concerned before. If what he says is true, then thank you very much for warning me. But I only just met you. Why are you being so kind to me? With that question, he averted his eyes. It looked as though he was thinking back on something. Then he quickly turned back to face me.
あんた、危なっかしいから。すぐ自爆するタイプの人っぽい。
That's a pretty terrible thing to say. Lose control? I'd never do something like that. I've been able to accept my death. Now the next thing to do is... I stopped, unable to figure out what to say next. What am I supposed to do next?
成仏だろ。
You mean I didn't do that already?
当たり前だろ。成仏した幽霊が写しをフラフラしてないって。
Sherlock Bones! All right. That's a dog name. If I got a little puppy that looked like an old man dog, I would call him Sherlock Bones. That's future plannings, okay?
まあ俺も成仏してないし、したやつに会ったこともないからどんな世界なのかわかんないけど。
So the state we're in now.
浮遊霊。写しよに心残りがあって成仏できてない。
This world, what do you mean by that? I thought he mentioned it at school once.
ここ。聖者。生きている人が住む世界。他に隔離よってのがあるけど、それは死者の住む世界。まあ、天国とか地獄とか、そういうとこじゃない。詳しくは知らないけど。
Huh. So, all that stuff is real? If there was a world of the dead, that was probably where my father was. If that was the case, I wanted to be with him.
で、心残りだけど、当てはあんの?
Well, if I had to say, thoughts of my family came to mind, and I immediately felt consumed with sadness. Mom, sis, I must have made them both so sad. I couldn't help but wonder how they were doing, but I knew it would be too painful to visit them at that point. Then there was Sayaka. I had made her cry, which ended up being the last time I saw her. I still felt bad about that. If only there was a way to talk to Sayaka, but I guess that's impossible. Feeling low, I felt a tap on my shoulder.
頭の整理がつくまで、俺の仕事手伝って。
Huh? With that, he quickly stood up.
明日ここに昼の1時。よろしくね。
Wait a second. What do you mean, your work? So the concept of work exists even for people who have died? I gotta find purpose on the other side too. I gotta pay bills on the other side too. What the heck? Maybe not bills, but I gotta do stuff.
あ、忘れてた。俺のことは紅葉って呼んで。
Right, got it. Hey, wait! Can you at least tell me about this job?
まさか学生だからなんて言わないよね。勉強で忙しいわけないし、学校がバイト禁止でも関係ないし。
Still wanna know? Well, I wasn't planning on rejecting the job for the reasons he mentioned, but his words also helped me realize something. He's right. I guess I don't have to worry about my future at all anymore. I was dead after all. I didn't have much of a future, much less a career to think about. I quickly realized I wouldn't have to carry those worries around with me anymore. Still, that's probably not something to be happy about.
ねえ、聞いてる？おーい。
Oh my gosh, I don't know about him. Hashtag life's good. Oh, he's got an air about him. We'll see. I mean, all of these guys, they gotta turn it around, right? They can't be all lovely out the gate like Kureha, or else this wouldn't be a game, would it? All right. Sorry. Anyway, just let me think about the job, okay? I need some time to think it over, alone. Silently, I wondered if there was some way for me to get into contact with Sayaka. I simply can't leave things as they are.
あ、そう。来たくなきゃいい。
Thanks. That's a relief.
俺が勝手にあんたを探すから。
Might. So, you are forcing me to do it.
で、あんたの名前は？
What's with this guy? Why is he so forward? We just met. I wasn't sure what to do, so I replied. I'll give him my last name. It's Ishiki Lolli. I was still uncertain about him, but since he'd given me his name, I figured I should at least give him mine. He may be a little pushy, but I don't think he's a bad person.
素直。いいパートナーになりそう。
I haven't agreed to do this job with you, so don't call me your partner.
あんたは俺の拾い物だけど、拾ったものをどうしようと俺の勝手でしょ。
You calling me by my first name? Rude. I don't know you. Now I wish he could have just left me on the ground. Heyo. I couldn't help it. He ticked me off. Calling the ghost cops. When I turned my face away from him, he pinched my cheek. Hey, Hey!
そういう顔してると悪いこと起きんぞ。
I slapped his hand away, but rather than getting upset, he merely laughed happily.
いいね。あんたのこと気に入ってきた。
I see, he's one of those. What was he so happy about? I hadn't the faintest idea.
てか、さっき考えたいことあるって言ったけど。
Caleb Core.
それって心残りに関係ある。
I don't know. He's a cheekier Caleb. Let me think about this. Yeah, like he's a borderline, like if Silas and Caleb had a baby, that's this guy. Cuz he's super cheeky like Silas, I think. And yeah, that feels good. Yes? Please don't ask me anymore. Even if he asked, I wasn't sure I could answer. Koyo had been very kind to me, but I wasn't ready to tell him everything about me yet. Still, seeing as he dragged me this far, I get the feeling he's going to end up asking me. I decided to try and change the subject before he could ask. There's something I want to ask you. The whole thing felt incredibly forced. Ugh, his skeptical look is killing me. I knew I had to come up with something to ask. Why is it that people who are alive don't seem to notice us? Though I came up with the question on the spot, it was thanks in part to Sayaka. She often thought about things like that.
そんなの無理に決まってんじゃん。霊力ある人間なら別だけど、普通の人間にはまず無理。
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I should have known that was the case, but I still couldn't help but feel disappointed. It finally began to hit me that Sayaka didn't notice me at all before.
人間には無理でも、犬とか猫なら反応する時もある。赤ん坊もだっけか。どうだったかな。
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that because sometimes I'm playing with my dog and then she'll stop and look like above and behind me, and I don't like that. Like, I bet there's something to it. Yeah, Mochi. Like I said, it's totally fine when all eyes are on me, but every once in a while she'll do this thing, and it's like, why are you in front of me with this like 1,000-yard stare? I don't like it. Please don't be true. Please don't be like, oh, that's weird. Who's this thing behind you? You think babies can see us?
赤ん坊の時の記憶ないし、聞いても答えてくれないから真偽は不明。
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. Koyo, you sure do seem to know a lot about this stuff. Were you into the occult before?
まあ、ちょっとね。今のはネットに載ってる知識だし、結構知ってるやついる。
This is who we'll set Sayaka up with. This guy. Huh? What does that mean?
聞きたいことってそれだけ？
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know.
どういたしまして。また何かあったらいつでも聞いてきて。それじゃあ明日。
Yeah, perfect match. Perfect match. Right. Tomorrow. Wait! I never said I was going to help you with your job! Koyo merely laughed at my response and disappeared into the crowd of people. Yeah, that's super Silas-y. He's like, yeah, I'm sure. Bless, kitten. Shake my fist at you. He could be a little bit forceful, but I was glad to have him teach me about this world of the dead. Back before, if I'd kept crying like that, my emotions would have gotten out of control. Thanks to him swooping in and pulling me out of there, I seem to have calmed down. Thanks, Koyo. I turned to face the direction he walked off in and silently thanked him under my breath. Oh, here we go. Koyo perspective. After splitting up with Lolli, as various things ran through my mind, I found myself in front of the Tsukumo Shrine. Stopping to admire the scene, my thoughts drifted to her. Maybe I should have stayed with her a little longer. My brow furrowed. I tried to distract her as much as possible, but I think I just ended up annoying her. Not that there was anything wrong with that. A little light conversation to get her mind off things is probably best. I looked over to check the time on the phone of someone passing by. It was almost evening. Knowing him, he'd be at the park already. I could head there later tonight. Now I had another person to add to the list of people I wanted to help cross over. I still had some time before nightfall. That gave me some time to look for clues about my regrets. And the person I died with, here. Intriguing. A little after I split up with Koyo, I decided to visit Beachfront Park. The breeze feels nice. Though I couldn't be sure if I was still able to feel the wind or if I was just imagining it. Still, as the cold breeze brushed my forehead, I felt myself calming down. All right, now. I wasn't here just to enjoy the breeze. Sayaka always walked this path with her dog. Barring some special circumstances, they'd walk here every morning and either evening or night. Will she come here during the evening? Or at night? For now, I'll just wait here. It turned out the question I asked Koyo before had contained some useful info after all. Will Sayaka come today? She will. She just has to. I didn't know how I'd talk to her, but if she brought her dog with her, perhaps there'd be some way to reach her. If Koyo knew about the rumors of dogs being able to see ghosts, then surely cult-obsessed Sayaka would know that one too. Well, all of that depended on whether or not her dog could see me. No, it'll be fine. Something will work out. Knowing that nobody would be able to hear me, I let myself shout the words out loud. I was slowly getting used to my new existence and felt slightly refreshed by it. Still, what am I supposed to do while I wait? I guess I could take in the scenery. Ooh! Near the edge of my field of vision, I saw a man. He was shrinking his slender frame behind a slide on the playground. Even while hiding, he still managed to stand out. He was strikingly good-looking. Yeah, binary dude, Senna! That guy sure looks cool. Could that be Senna? Speaking of which...
海浜公園に行ったらエスクラウンのセナに会えた？うわ、嘘くさい。この都市伝説、ファンの間ではかなり有名なんだよ。幽霊でも会いたいっていう人が。
It was just like the urban legend. I thought it was some kind of silly rumor, but it's really true. Come to think of it, Kureha was nothing like his character in the scary story. He was actually very nice. I couldn't help but feel bad for the way I treated him earlier. Next time I see him, I'll be sure to be extra nice to him. But Senna appeared exactly as the rumors described him. I've got nothing to do until Sayaka shows up. I might as well go and say hello. He may have been a celebrity in life, but now that we're both dead, I guess I can talk to him. I casually approached him and tapped him on the shoulder. I hadn't intended to surprise him. Sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you.
そこだと目立つから。
Going great, yeah. Senna grabbed me by the arm and pulled me behind the playground equipment. Ooh. Ah. He wrapped his arms around me as though he wanted to hold me. I raised my voice in protest, but it didn't bug me that badly.
静かにして。
Ooh. He quickly told me to quiet down, and so I abruptly went quiet.
ごめんね。巻き込んじゃって。見つかったら騒ぎになっちゃうから、もうちょっとだけ我慢してくれる？
If who sees you? I was puzzled by his words, but then two high school girls quickly came near.
はあ、セナいないね。だから言ったじゃん。ただの噂、ただの都市伝説。だってさ、SNS で昨日見たってつぶやき見ちゃったんだもん。来るしかないでしょ。あんたに猜疑心は皆無なの？もっと疑った方がいいよ。ほら帰ろ。あ、待ってよ。
With that, the girls' voices trailed off.
言ったみたいだね。
Ooh, his voice sounds really good though. I like that. Actually, let me see. Senna, say you. Let's see. Who does his voice? Let's see. Senna, say you 9-rip actor. All right, come on. Give us the dirt. I'm just looking up the voice actor. Okay. Ryota Suzuki. Okay. Let's see what his credits are. Ryota Suzuki. Characters? There we go. Let's see. Ooh, if anybody's watching Windbreaker right now, he plays Toma. All right. I did watch Windbreaker season 1, and it was pretty exciting, I would say. Like it's hard not. It's a bunch of fighty boys, and there's there's a lot of cute ones. So sure. Let's see. He was in Kaguya-sama Love is War. He was in that one. What else? Let me see. He's also very handsome. Wow. Oh yeah. You heard Toma, but that is not your Toma. Yeah. Let's see. Sakamoto Days. Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest. He plays Suzaku. Let's see. Blue Lock. Ooh. Okay, so there's a BL anime that's on Crunchyroll that's called Cherry Magic. 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard. He plays the male, one of the male leads in that one. So that's funny. Oh, I like it. That's a very silly show. Let's see. He's in Bleach. Bleach 1000-Year War. He plays the young Chojiro Sasakibe. He's in Blue Lock. Let's see. What else? Tactop Destiny Blue Period. He's in WarioWare. To Your Eternity. Oh, he's in Jack Jean. That's another Otome game series. Ooh, He's in Disney Twisted Wonderland, which is nothing but good-looking boys in the Disney universe. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's any other shows that I'm familiar. Fire Force. Watch that. Free. He was in Free, but not any of the main characters. It doesn't sound like. Sword Art Online. He plays Renly's best friend. No name, just Renly's best friend. Let's see. Oh, Tokyo Ghoul. He plays Tamaki. I don't remember him. He's in Yu-Gi-Oh. Plays Jin. Any games? My Hero Academia. He plays Bruce. And video games. He plays somebody in Grand Blue Fantasy. All right. I mean, a pretty hefty anime guy resume. But yeah, no, that's like I said. I like his voice. So okay, let's back to the story. And back to the good part.
ごめんね。荒っぽいことしちゃって。
Not at all. It's my fault for sneaking up on you. Sorry about that.
君には見つかっちゃったね。あの子たちに気を取られすぎたみたい。
There's something off about him. Both of those girls were alive, so there was no reason to hide from them. I mean, it is an urban legend. Maybe some girls actually have been able to see him. Maybe he just wanted to be left alone today? In a way, I could relate. I'd been trying to sort out my feelings too, and I knew I needed some time to do so. Must be hard to be a celebrity, huh?
そう思うならそっとしておいてほしいな。
I'm sorry.
なんてね。迫真の演技でびっくりしたでしょ。
Alright, guy. Alright, guy. I certainly was surprised. I'd never really heard him speak before. But I figured he would have been a little more aloof.
あれ？本当にびっくりしちゃってる？
Yeah. You know, I always kind of figured you'd be a bit more reserved. But you're actually pretty fun to talk to, Senna.
はっはん。さては君、僕のファンじゃないな。
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, yeah, totally. As I tried to tell him I was a fan, he merely laughed, clearly seeing right through me.
僕まだまだだな。君もファンになるくらい、もっと頑張らないと。
Guess you're just gonna have to ghost marry me. You're still trying to increase your fans?
当たり前じゃない。もっと有名になって世界で活躍したいからさ。それが今の僕の夢だよ。
I was surprised to see the shining honesty in his eyes as he spoke. I thought Senna's urban legend spreading around the world was a really great idea. Though, I wondered if it was normal for ghosts to continue to have dreams. Not that I know that many other ghosts.
さてと、さっき付き合わせちゃったし、これも何かの縁だしね。
Fate.
何か君にしてあげたいな。と言っても、今は握手くらいしかできないけど。
A typical idol, always trying to do something to please a fan. Still, after everything, I wondered how to respond. Fate, you say? Well, considering it's fate, if I see you here again, do you mind if I say hello? If it was fate, I thought it best to lean into it. He replied to my words with a puzzled expression. That's when I realized. I thought that because we were both ghosts, it'd be okay to speak casually, but in the end, he was still a celebrity, even in death. Sorry, I might have said too much. I'm just glad I was able to talk with you today. Anyway, I've got something to do, so...
待って、そうじゃなくて。なんていうか、新鮮でさ、びっくりしちゃったというか。こういうのがナンパっていうのかな。初めての体験。
Hey! My guy. A pickup line? No, that wasn't my intention at all.
わかってるって。大胆な誘いでドキッとしちゃったけどね。
Bold? Well, maybe you're right. I'll be more careful from now on.
じゃあ、今度僕に声をかけるときは、静かに近づくのも気をつけてね。
Then that means... It's okay if I talk to him again? It certainly seemed that way. I'll do my best not to sneak up on you again. He merely smiled and nodded back at me.
ちょっと名残惜しいけど、長居するとさっきの子たち、また来るかもしれないし。そろそろ帰ろうと思うんだけど、その前に、君の名前を教えてほしいな。
My name?
ごめん。出会ってまだ数分だし、怖かったかな。
No, it's nothing like that. I'm just happy you want to know my name. My name is Lolli Ppoppo.
ありがとう。僕はね、漢字で書くと、星と絆で、セナって読むんだ。
Star and Bond. Senna's real name, the ghost of the urban legend, boy gazing at the stars. He emits a sparkling aura. He has a bright personality and is adored by many. Perhaps being conscious of the urban legend, he hides from fans. Oh, I always figured Senna was a stage name, but that really is your name, huh?
そうそう。結構気に入ってるから、そのまま芸名にしちゃったんだ。
It's a beautiful name. It's very fitting for a shining star like you, Senna. Anyways, I'll be sure to say hello next time we bump into each other.
おう。君にはまた会いたいかも。じゃあ、またね。
You. Right. See you later. After parting from him, I decided to take a little walk around the park. He certainly was friendly, wasn't he? Star and Bond. Fancy that. Look at his shoes. I like that. After parting ways with Lolli, I went for a walk by myself, and her words came back to me.
アイドルとして、キラキラ輝いているか。
A lot of people had kind words to say about my name, but none of them had meant as much to me as hers. It's like she was praising who I am, and also what I do. I wanted to keep her words in my heart. More than that, I felt myself wanting to be worthy of the words she used to describe me. I looked up to the sky. Night had fallen and the orange sky turned to a dazzling blue. I smiled at the twinkling stars.
また会いたいな。
I talked too much today. I'd like to hear more about her next time. Man, is it too late to change paths? Just kidding. No, we've committed. We're committing to green monster energy guy. As the surrounding area grew dark, I walked absent-mindedly in the park, my thoughts turning to my family. That sounded like a dog barking. I didn't know what Sayaka's dog sounded like, but that bark was similar to a small dog like hers. I quickly stood up and looked around. There she is! Sayaka! No, actually, I should call her dog over here. As I mumbled to myself, the two of them quickly passed by me. Ah, hey, wait a minute. Tono Damaru! Over here! I had played with her dog many times and had known her since she was a puppy. Please notice me. It's me, Lolli. Just then, she stopped. Oh? Did she? Tonodamaru! This way, girl! Tonodamaru wriggled back and forth, seeming to look for me. I wonder if she can't see me. Maybe she can only hear me?
トノダマル、どうしたの？そっちじゃなくてこっちだよ。
Sayaka tried to pull on Tonodamaru's leash, but the dog refused to move.
ちょっと、どうしちゃったの？いつもこっちがコースなのに。
Tonodamaru, please! Please make Sayaka notice me. You're my only hope. Please, come this way. I had no way of knowing if she understood me. But after I spoke, Tonodamaru began to approach me. Tonodamaru began to pull Sayaka toward me. Thank you, Tonodamaru. I'd love to pet you, but I'm sorry. With that, Tonodamaru came running toward my feet. I wonder if Sayaka would notice.
ほら、ここには何もないよ。私、調べ物があるから。なに？抗議してるの？ごめんね。大事なことなんだ。ほら、行くよってば。はあ、もうなんなのさ。そこに幽霊でもいるの？
After she spoke, Sayaka's expression changed.
そこに何かいるの？
Sayaka followed Tonodamaru's line of sight and squinted as though she was looking for something. Sayaka? It's me, Lolli. I know you probably can't hear me, huh? I'm sorry the last thing before I ended up like this was to make you sad. I'm really, really sorry.
もしそこにいるのがあなたなら。
Oh.
私あなたを事故に遭わせてしまって本当にごめんなさい。
Oh. What? Huh? What is she saying?
私があんなことしたからいけなかった。
Oh, right, she did witchcraft.
本当にごめんなさい。
Sayaka collapsed and Tonodamaru rushed over to lean on her. I was struggling to understand what she said. Wait, first of all, what did I do yesterday? Did something happen with Sayaka? I tried to remember, but my memory only went back until the end of school. Sayaka's words kept repeating in my mind. My accident has nothing to do with Sayaka. This had nothing to do with Sayaka, and until I got my memories back, I wasn't going to imagine the worst. Sayaka and I had been friends since kindergarten. She wasn't the type of person to hurt other people. I'm only going to believe what I've seen from her before. But I still need to try and figure out why she said those things. Without a doubt, there was a lot of meaning behind Sayaka's words that I still didn't understand. The only way for me to find out what was really going on was to recover my memories. If I can manage to stay calm, everything will be fine. Sure, what she said just now was hurtful, but Sayaka must be in a lot of pain, too. It'll be all right. Just stay positive. After following Sayaka back to her house, I peered over to look at my house next door. Nobody was home, and everything was dark. I couldn't help but worry. I'm so tired. Just then, Koyo's words came back to me. I don't really get what you mean. What's so bad about a ghost being upset?
悪霊と化す。
I wonder if I'll be all right. Overwhelmed with worry, the words just slipped out of my mouth. I should find a place to rest for the night. I wanted to rest in my own room, but I knew that if I saw or heard any more stressful things, I would become a wraith. Ooh, okay. All right. All right, we did it. Okay, save. All right, we got through chapter 1. We're on chapter 2. I would be tempted normally to keep going, but I actually have a very, very early morning tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to call it here. But I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I'm glad that we're getting to try this all new adventure. We're not in the school. I didn't think we would die. Yeah, that was that was a surprise. Yay, Green Yoshi. No, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, and everyone else who was able to join. All for, yeah, that big monster energy. That's what we're, yeah. So I hope, you know what, like she said, he's not bad. So he's a little sassy. But yeah, no, I hope he'll be good. Although I gotta say, like, when we first did the like glimpses of the people, I was like, oh, Senna looks like he'd be a little. I thought Senna would be similar to what I feel Monster Energy is right now, but but so Senna seems pretty sweet actually. So I'll look forward to that. But that being said, no, I'm looking forward to see how Koyo grows on us. So, all right. My next stream is tomorrow on Iriam, so I'll hope to see y'all then. But otherwise, have a good rest of your night. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.